Hey, hello, good morning everyone. So today we are going to see how Excel logical functions can be learnt in very easiest way and how it can be made very easy. Okay, so I welcome you all to SphereSkill technology, which is empowering tomorrow's learning. And this is me, Jay Ganesan, your trainer here. Please like and subscribe so that we can able to have a continuous series of our Excel learning from basic to advanced, right? So in our module 3 session 1 we are going to see what is the logical function, that is if, and, or, not. So how do and or is going to get differentiated, and what is nested if and ifs, how do the new expression will able to give us a very handy information and to reduce the statement condition, and we are going to see how the switch statement works. So this is what today we are going to see in our session 1, and in the session 2 we will look up functions we will be using, and I will train you on the lookup function. On the session 3 we will see how to handle the errors and so on. So thus we will complete the module 3 of all the sessions. So if you have not watched the module 1 and module 2, I will leave the series card on the top. You please pick up the card and then go through with my videos which I have given you for the basic functionalities, right? So we have slowly moving from the basic to advanced. So the going sessions is going to be very crucial, and please pay attention, please do practice, and do reach out to me for any kind of a clarification. I'll be glad to assist you. You can leave me a comment on this subject, and please do like and subscribe, and if you found this information to be useful, do forward it to all your friends. So without any delay, let us get it started. Let us see how we can able to use the logical functions starting by if, and, or, not, nested ifs, that is your latest easiest method to use ifs, and switch function. So how do we use the switch function? So before we start, let us have a quick practice of what we have learned here earlier, right? So we want to make it center. How you can able to do? Alt H AC. Right now I want to create a table for this. So how you can able to do? Table is in your insert ribbon. So Alt N. Right. So where it comes, Alt N. Alt N. So table is in T. Right, so table is created for this. So we are going to use student record and also employee record to have the all the logical function tested. Okay, so now first we will see what is the total marks gained by the students. So how do we find the total sum of Tamil, English, Maths, Science and Social Science will be your total marks, right? So that is what total marks. So now we want to find the average aggregate, what is the student has scored. How we can able to find the average value? So average, what is the total we have to consider by 5 subject will get you the average of each student. So when we have marked it as a table, so it will consider it into the table and it will automatically add the record. So that is the table function which we are seeing it on the every class, right? So now we have seen the total and sum. I want to check if the student has passed or failed. So how I can able to check pass or fail? By using a average. Okay, in a simplest method, first we will see if the average is greater than equal to 50, then mark it as a pass. So that is the syntax. Else you mark it as a, okay. So what I have done, average greater than 50, then pass, else fail. Okay, so here everything is pass. So why it is not been failed? Because we have some English here which is being in 48, but still it has not marked as fail. And we have 45 for a student who has got it in social science, but still it has not marked it as a fail. Why? Because on an average, so this is been greater than 50. Right, so average is 51.6, so this student is not marked as a fail. So is that correct? No, right? That is why we have a AND operation. Okay, so how we can able to use an AND? Equal to AND. So we can define each and every subject. Okay, equal to this. greater than equal to 50, comma, and this subject greater than equal to 50, comma, and this subject greater than equal to 50. So we are defining each subject has to be greater than equal to 50. Otherwise, it is not pass, right? Okay, so we got this subject, this student who has scored less mark. See, in one subject, if it being failed also, the student will be marked as a fail. So here we are not passing what is the fail statement and pass statement. So it by default it mark it as a true or false. So from there we can able to change it to a fail or pass. Okay. So now we have bought true or false by using an each and every subject validated. So what is R in this case? In this case, R refers like if any one of the subject is been passed or fail, it will be in and or what is the difference is in and each and every condition has to be pass. Okay, then only it is a pass. If in R any condition matches, then also it is pass. So that is the difference between and or. So we will see how the or function works. Remember guys, so what is or? Or will be validating any of the condition, right? So not all the conditions. So if you want all the subject to be validated, whether the student has secured the pass mark or not, what you have to use? You have to use and. If any of the subject is pass, if you consider it is as a pass, then we can use the or operator. So or can be used wisely when we can able to see if any of the condition is being matched. Okay, so equal to 50. The similar way we can provide for all subject which is greater than 50 is pass. So see here everything is pass because in this condition also what has happened is the student has secured pass mark in each and every subject excluding one subject, right? So in that case this is being considered as a pass. Then how to identify a or statement, how to use or statement to identify if one subject is also fail, you give me fail. Okay, so then in that case what you can do, you can able to use a less than symbol. So this is a reverse statement. Okay, what we are doing, we are seeing if anything is less than 50, then make it as a true. If it is not, then make it as a false. So what has happened? Everything is false because we have made everything as reverse statement, right? So who has failed in this? So when it is a negative statement, when you have given what answer you got is actually a false statement. Okay, so now who has failed? These two student has failed. So is this correct way of representing? So no, it is not correct way of representing, right? Because the one who is actually passed, we have made them fail by using a negative statement of or statement, right? So now for that to correct it, we have one more like not. So what does not do? Not will get converted what is being false to true and true to false. Okay, so how we can able to see if not? See here. So those who got passed already got true, and those who are failed have already got failed. Okay, so this is a quicker method where you can able to get converted, and you can also provide your statement also into this. We have seen how the if function works and what and or and not will do, and we will see how the nested if functions work. So what is nested if? By having a array of if inside the if statement, right? So if how do it will work, we will see this. So here I have a scenario like I have to pull it to the right, so where the columns are going to be hidden. So I want to freeze the pane. So how I can able to freeze it? So I can able to go to the menu, select the cell which you want to freeze it, and go to view tab. So for view tab in the ribbon, how do you go? Alt W, and we have a freeze pan in F. So open F. So you have an option to freeze either the first row and then the left side, or freeze the top row alone, or freeze the column alone. So we are going to freeze both the row. So that is F. Okay, so we have a frozen option. See what happened when we scroll, the top and the bottom will remains into the same position. So how we have achieved it? So we have achieved it using Alt W for this to go to the view, right? In this we have a frozen using F. So this is a shortcut. So in our regular sessions we will slowly see what are those shortcuts are. So F, we will have a drop down, and using the drop down you can select it and you can freeze the cell. Okay, so here what we have to use, we have to use a nested if statement, right? So nested if, so for this, what we will be doing, equal to if, what we can do, we can see what is their aggregate, what they have secured by using an average. So we need the average cell also into this. Okay, so we have an average here. If average greater than equal to 90, then mark it as a plus, right? So if not, here we can use one more if statement. If average greater than equal to 80, then mark it as a, right? So again one more if you want to use it, then it will become a nested if. Already second if condition we have used, now we will use a third condition. So if once again we are using same thing, greater than equal to 70, then mark it as a C. If not, mark it as a D. So we what we got, so we got our aggregate using nested if statement. So how we have used it? So we have used average. We have taken the function if the average is greater than 90, then a plus. If the average is greater than less than greater than 80, then it will be a. And if the average is greater than 70, then C. If not, mark it as a D. So that is what we have got. So we have got here one student who has scored 69.4, where they have been marked as a D aggregate, right? So this is how we will be able to use a nested if statement. So its use case is going to be very vast. So we will see in further our projects and where we are using this type of a nested if statements. So this is we have to provide each and every side if statement. So that is why ifs has been provided. Ifs is a latest method, modern method, where you can able to easily identify the detail aggregates or a use case without providing if statement again and again. So that is what ifs it is going to do. Okay, so this user has failed with the if statement, right? So why he has failed? Because we have put across the condition that if greater than equal to 60, then D. If not, it is not matching. That is, if that is the condition is true, then mark it as a fail. Okay, so here what has happened? He has scored 51.6 in the average, so he has been marked as a fail here. So others who had been scored more than 60, so they have got their grades A plus plus. Okay, so and it goes on. So that is the use of your if statement. Now we will see what is the switch statement, switch logical function, how do it works. Okay, so we are going to use this for our department wise calculations. I have a separate table here. So I have an employee where their department codes are being marked. So what I will do, I will use a switch statement here. Switch expression which we have to give equal to what is the value. If that value is there, what is the result? See here guys, so this is the beauty of Excel, where the formula will be always provided and for a ease of our understanding, right? So if it is like 1, we can mark it as a HR. Okay, so if it is like next definition, if it is like a 2, then what it has to be? It has to be like a finance. Okay, if it is like a 3, then what it has to be? It has to be like a IT. Okay, so if it is not 3, then for 4, what it has to be? marketing. Next 5, I want to put it as a sales. Okay. After that, I don't want to provide any department. So anything which is coming in will be operation. So I am not passing any department here. I means any number. So by default, it will be considering everything as a operations. See here we got the department. So what we have done, we have provided the switch statement. If switch one case matches, you will get HR. If 2 is matches, you will get finance. If 3 is matches, IT. 4 matches, marketing. 5 sales. If not, operations. So that is what it is been provided. So if I change it to 2, what will come? Finance, right? So if I change this to 4, marketing. If I change to this 5, sales. This anything above 5 will be operations only. So that is how the switch statement works. Thank you guys. Thanks for watching. So in our module functions where we have seen how if and or not is being working and how we can able to frame our nested if and ifs, and also we have seen the switch statement. Okay. So in our next session, that is session 2, we will look up for the functions v lookup, h lookup, and what is x lookup. Okay, so in x lookup, this is a modern lookup irrespective with any of your field, you can able to place the lookups, right? So what is index and how do it get matches? So this is what we are going to see in our next session. That is going to be very important for any kind of a data handling, and not limiting to this. We are also going to see how we can able to split the whole data into separate cells by using a delimiter. So what is delimiter? How to split the data into multiple cells? That is going we are going to see, and also we will see how to validate the duplicate records by using the validation. These are the something which we are going to cover in the next session. Please stay with me and stay tuned and do follow me for the regular updates. Keep practicing. That makes your Excel knowledge improved. And if you are very interested, you can participate in our quiz also. I will leave the link in the description. You can take it up and play your quiz and test your knowledge in your Excel. Okay. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this is very informative. And if you found it to be informative, please forward it to all your friends whom are interested to get expertise with Excel. Slowly, day by one and module by module, we are going into the advanced subject. So please pay attention, do practice. And if you are having any questions or concern, please leave me a message. I will try to address it out. So we will get improved with our Excel knowledge. Okay. So click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon so that you get all the videos which I post as a notification to your inbox, right? So do like this video if you found this to be informative, and do follow me on my Facebook and on my website. So in case of any queries, reach out to me. So thanks for watching, and this is Jay Ganesan, your trainer, signing off for today, and we will catch up very soon in my next video session. Thank you, everyone.